Sunday Youth Group. This is Dawn yet again. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen me, and I've seen you guys, and we've interacted this way virtually. So hello again. I know you guys are finishing up your spring break. I hope it went well and you are ready to get back into the swing of things for school. I know some of y'all are like me, not really ready to wake up in the morning and go through the whole rigmarole of the day, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to kind of interrupt your day and get you thinking about the Bible verses that we're going to go through that highlight all that we can do for God's kingdom, whether we're really challenging ourselves to go forward as laborers of God and helping to impact the world around us, helping to impact and really edify the lives of others around us, to build the people of God up. And so our word of the day comes out of the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 35 through 37. And we'll walk through that and ask ourselves some questions. Mainly, does God care about the pains that we're going through in life, whether it be physical harm, emotional traumas, maybe just a circumstance in life in general that maybe we or our parents are going through, difficulties, and particularly in light of the current social climate that's happening in the world around us, whether God really cares about injustice. And the truth of the matter is that God does care about different injustices that we see around us, the harms and the things that really seem as though they're unfair around us. God does care. And in fact, it's us as laborers of God, disciples, current modern day disciples of Jesus Christ, that we've been called to impact the world around us. And so we're going to look at these verses and see how Jesus responds to these situations. And so the first verse that we go through as verse 35, chapter 9. And so it says, "And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people." And so first of all, for there we just see that Jesus cares enough to even heal the diseases and illnesses that people have, the problems that people are going through, maybe by no fault of their own, problems that they face, just that have come with them into life. 36 says, But when he saw the multitudes, the many people, he was moved with compassion on them because they fainted and were scattered about as sheep having no shepherd. The highlight of this verse is Jesus had compassion. Jesus had compassion on those people around him. And it also tells us that they seemed to be lost. They didn't have a leader, someone to guide them, someone to help teach them. Verse 37 says, "Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few." This is coming out of the New King James Version. He says, "The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few." And he looks at this. He looks at these people and calls them a harvest. A harvest, because in biblical reference, harvests are usually a crop, a blessing, something, a reward that we can reap. And so Jesus is looking at these people and referring to them as people souls that we can win for the kingdom. Okay, and he tells these disciples, but the laborers are few, meaning that those who are really needed to go out and impact and change the lives of these people, well, there are not too many people in line to do this kind of work. Okay, and so what does that mean for us today? We still have the same situation where the many problems that are going on around us are plenteous. There's so many that we really can't even count. But the workers are few. But here we are in the kingdom, and so we have to ask ourselves and reflect, well, what are we doing? Are we doing all that we can to really join God in his effort to make this earth more like the kingdom of God, right? What are we doing whether it just be to put a smile on someone's face, to let them know that we also show compassion on them, whether it's to say thank you, whether it's to make a donation, to get rid of something that we really don't use and consider something as trash, but could be a treasure to somebody else. So what are we doing as laborers for the kingdom? Because Jesus tells us outright that the laborers are few, but yet here we are. And so it's our job to go out and be the arms and the feet of Jesus Christ here on earth. And I do also want to take you to verse 38 in chapter 9. And it says, Jesus says, "Pray you therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into this harvest." And so we need to also pray. We need to also pray that there will be others who can join us as we go out and try to impact the world around us. And that's what we need to do on a daily basis, constantly challenging ourselves to come out of our comfort zone in whatever way that may be for you, to pray and ask God, what is it that I can do? Because we can all do something. We can all do something to shine some light on the injustices and the truth, the harms and the unfairness that seem to be going on around us. And even though some of us in our own personal lives may be going through something that we don't think is fair, we need to kind of maybe step away from our personal situation and see, what, this other person, I know I'm hurting, but this other person may need to hear the words, I hope you have a good day, more so than me. This other person may need to see a person smile more than me. So I just want to challenge you guys, all of you guys out there, as you begin your week back in school. Go down the halls of whether it be in middle school and high school, and see, okay, I'm going to smile today. I'm going to say hi to somebody today. I'm going to say hi to my teacher, this teacher who I usually may have a problem with, or is challenging me in some way. I'm actually going to, just go and have a good positive attitude. Maybe I'm going to strike up a conversation with him or her and see what we can do to really impact the kingdom on earth. All right. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.